What's Crack-A-Lackin? Welcome in to My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Show.
What's Crack-A-Lackin? Welcome into the episode of My Mind is a Weapon Fantasy Football Podcast. I am your host, Sleaze. Today, we're going to be taking an early look here to the week. We're going to blast out a ton of content. This is going to be my top 10 kickers plus my top 10 streamers, so you guys have them before the waiver Tuesday night. And again, Thanksgiving is coming, so I'm going to crank out as much as I can. You got the family, got plans all weekend long. Happy Thanksgiving to you and your family as well. Hope you guys have a safe and happy holidays. If you guys haven't already, make sure you tap that thumbs up, hit that subscription button, turn that bell on. Helps me out a ton. We'll be live tonight recapping, and then we will be live Thursday on Thanksgiving before the kickoff for the Start Sit show to help you guys there as well. And then I don't know about the rest of the weekend yet. I will have the Sunday show still, but again, family here, we don't know what's going on. So if you haven't checked out the guys FF or drafters.com, both those links are pinned in the comment and in the description of the video. If you want to talk fantasy football with us 24/7, me and Big Draft Energy, we cover everything in their Dynasty redraft trades, everything you guys need behind the scenes. Now let's dive into my top 10 kickers plus 3 streaming options for week 13. So if you guys are new to the channel, this is my kicker board. Top 5 tier 1 at the top, 6 through 10 tier 2 at the bottom. Below that, and the yellow streamer kicker with the 3 yellow circles around it will be the streaming options this week. And there are some good streaming options, man. There's some very good matchups here where I like that you could really throw your kicker in if you need. Now, what we look at here, we're looking for high implied point total games, powerful offenses, kickers with big legs, and we're also going to look at points per game allowed over the last 4 weeks instead of the season, because a lot of things can change between the kicker and how it's going for those teams. So as we're going to kick it off here, and I know it hasn't been the Brandon Aubrey of old, but I'm still putting Brandon Aubrey at number 1, and I know he missed a kick last week as well, but he did get the game winner to take out the Eagles last week as well. But this guy can kick from 70 plus. Like, this is and people are giving me stuff on Twitter like, why do you have Brandon Aubrey there? I'm like, dude, so you're telling me if you own Brandon Aubrey right now in fantasy football, you're not going to start him because he's playing bad? That's just absolute nonsense. You're getting the Chiefs here. The over under 52.5 points, very high implied point total game. You're also at home. There's no cold weather. You're not going to be in Kansas City kicking, ice cold balls. You're going to be kicking balls in a dome in Jerry's World. It's going to be very, very nice. And this game is exactly what I'm targeting. And I'm tired of hearing this Brandon Aubrey hasn't been good. I'm always putting Brandon Aubrey at number 1. Kicker number 2 is going to be, I forgot. We're supposed to look at the Kansas City Chiefs also give up 7.7 points, ranking 17th. So I had to throw that in there. Now, kicker number 2, Cameron Dicker, Los Angeles Chargers, coming off a bye off that bad loss they had. 7-4. They are going to be hosting the Las Vegas Raiders, and we know it is over. They have fired Chip Kelly. Geno Smith should be getting benched this week. There's a couple of talks on it. Nothing's official. He's played absolutely terrible. And that's what you want. You got your grunge AFC West division battle. The Chargers defense probably going to sack Geno Smith 8+ times like the Browns did 10 last night or yesterday. So, I mean, this is very, very simple. This is very, very easy. The over-under 41.5. Chargers probably score 30 of those. And the Raiders, they rank 25th, giving up 9 points to the kicker a week. Kicker number 3, my guy, your guy, the loophole, Tyler Loop, has just been saving. The Ravens offense cannot score touchdowns for some reason. So, you're about to get your Thursday night Joe Smokin' Burrow return Thanksgiving primetime game, NBC Peacock. Lamar Jackson's got to wake up here. Like the over under 51.5. I know you're going to have no T. Higgins, but you will have Jamar Chase back. Points are going to be flying in this game. This is the Bengals fighting here. They're 3-8, and they are not out of it because in their division, teams just decide they don't want to win it here. So when I'm looking at this game here, Tyler Loop, field goals galore. Sign him up. Number 3, easy for me. He averages 10 points a game. Every single game he's been out there with Lamar Jackson. And the Cincinnati Bengals rank 3rd worst in the NFL, giving up 10.6 points per game to the kicker. Gotta love Tyler Loop this week. Number 4, Andy Borregales, who just absolutely, speaking of the Cincinnati Bengals, destroyed them kicking. Now, the New England Patriots are going to get Monday Night Football against the New York Giants. We know that their defense is stingy in the front 7. We know they stinge up in the red zone. And we know the field goals are going to be there in bunches with Drake May in this offense. We just have to worry about the Patriots offensive line because they took a lot of injuries here. So when I'm looking at Borregales got the hiccup. Sorry, this game's 46.5 over under. Patriots 10-2, man. They're about to get a bye, which is crazy. And the Giants, they give up 7.2 points a game, ranking in the top 15. But again, with a powerful offense, I don't even worry about that. Fire up Borregales. Number 5, I should have just done this with the Cowboy game. I'm going to target the same thing here. 52.5 over under Harrison Butker. The Chiefs might have saved their season with the Butker game-winning field goal last week. And it's when you have Patrick Mahomes, Rashee Rice, I don't even know if Xavier Worthy counts as the wide receiver 2 anymore, and Travis Kelce out there, this offense is going to be high-powered. Patrick Mahomes is always going to be relevant no matter who they're playing against, and Butker is always going to be relevant. Butker is in my top 5. And when I look at the Dallas Cowboys, who they'll be facing in Jerry's World, they're giving up 9 points a game, ranking 25th versus the kicker. You have to love Harrison Butker this week. Kicker number 6, the other 70-yard bomb leg like Brandon Aubrey is Cam Little of the Jacksonville Jaguars. And, man, they just keep winning. I still think they're frauds at 7-4, but they're winning games, and they're getting the Tennessee Titans. They're going to get another win here, be 8-4. The over-under is 41.5. Jacksonville's favored by 6.5. But the number one thing you got to look at here, over the past 4 weeks, the worst defense in fantasy football versus the kicker is the Arizona Cardinals, 12.3 points per game. And this guy can kick from 70. Fire up Cam Little this week. Now, this is what I'm talking about with grunge game. So, and I know my 49ers offense is potent, and I have Eddie Pinheiro in there. If it's Matt Gay, just substitute Matt Gay in, because I know that Pinheiro popped a hammy on the kickoff last week, and we don't know if it said week to week, so it could be out there, could not be out there. Even if it's Matt Gay, I like him here too, just to clarify that. You're going to get the Cleveland Browns. This defense is nasty, ferocious. Shadur Sanders is going to be the starting quarterback. Probably going to be another grunge-type Raider game defensively. But the 49ers offense is just built different. But when they get down in the red zone, you're playing against one of the best red zone defenses where kicker points are going to matter. 49ers do not want to lose a game here. We're chasing Seattle and LA in our division. We know we have to win and take every single point there is. Shanahan's a smart coach. So, again, if it's Matt Gay, throw him out there. And you're looking at the Cleveland Browns. Why are they such an advantageous matchup? Because, like I just said, they stop everything in the red zone. They give up 10.67 points to the kicker. That's 4th worst in the NFL. Love the matchup here for Pinheiro. Number 8, Jason Myers and the Seattle Seahawks offense that finally bounced back a little versus Tennessee. But, man, Tennessee, Cam Ward made that a game. It was kind of interesting to see there. And on the matchup they're going to get here, they're going to get J.J. McCarthy. And who knows if it's Mac Brosmer or J.J. McCarthy in this concussion protocol. There could be fake concussion protocol because he's playing terrible football. 8-3 Seahawks are going to mop the floor with him. But the best part is the Minnesota Vikings, they rank 31st, right behind the Arizona Cardinals versus the kicker. 11.75 points per game. Jason Myers is going to be absolute gold in this game at the 12th man. It's going to be rocking. Nightmare quarterback decision for the Vikings this week. Number 9, and he hits the bomb to send it into overtime, and then Jahmyr Gibbs hits the 66-yard burners, and he's gone. And watching Jahmyr Gibbs just gets me excited for football, man. He's so damn good. It's crazy. Like, just give me one season without Jahmyr Gibbs, please. One time. Without David Montgomery. One time. And just watch this guy break fantasy, man. So the Detroit Lions 7-4. Green Bay Packers 7-3. Thanksgiving brawl is coming. The Detroit Lions defense is also shattered. They have to score points at will. And they're in that same situation. They're in that we can't be doing this 4th down Dan Campbell bullshit anymore. You're going up against the Green Bay defense, kind of like the Cleveland Browns. They stingy up in the red zone. They're very good at getting it after the quarterback with Micah Parsons. You got to love Jake Bates, and you got to just hope and pray that Dan Campbell doesn't do his 4th down nonsense. Number 10 is going to be Will Lutz, and it looks like you're going to get another game without Jaden Daniels. It says that he's unlikely to play, so if I'm going up against Marcus Mariota and the Denver Broncos, look what they did. They're trying to win every single game. They're trying to strengthen their playoff position. They played the Chiefs before the bye. They took every field goal on 4th and 2, 4th and 3, 4th and 1. They didn't go for it. They didn't waste any time. They want to score. They want to get their defense back out there. They want to get to the playoffs with a high record, which is smart, taking the points. I'm tired of these teams going for it. And Sean Payton is teaching you a lesson. That's why I like Will Lutz at number 10 this week. And the Washington Commanders also give up 8.5 points to kicker, a game ranking 23rd. Now, streamer time. And there's a couple that I like to give on your waiver wire here. And I might have messed up their location. So I'm going to go with number 1 here first. And that is going to be Harrison Mevis of the Los Angeles Rams. Why were the Rams my Super Bowl pick? Well, you're getting to see it right now. They are the most complete team in the NFL around the clock. Defense, offense, they're unstoppable everywhere they go. You get the Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers defense, we know that they're going to get crushed, and you want the high power offense. Even if it's PATs, I mean, look at the Rams could score 31 points and a half, man, against the Bucks. They are just unbelievable. Like they're going to score every single time. That's why you need the kicker from that team as a streaming option, because they're just too damn hard to stop. The Panthers rank 18th, giving up 8.25 versus the kicker as well. So a little below middle of the pack there. Number 2, my second favorite streamer here. I know he missed a field goal last week. Chad Ryland of the Arizona Cardinals. Now, you're getting the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Tampa, so you know the weather's going to be all right there. You're not in any of the cold, right? But you also have to worry about Baker Mayfield, who had his arm in a sling. So if Baker Mayfield's out there, I won't like Chad Ryland as much, right? They're ramping up Chris Godwin. Emeka Egbuka hopefully gets back involved here. They get Bucky Irving back as well this week. So if this is dependent on if it's Teddy Bridgewater. If it's Teddy Bridgewater, I got to love Chad Ryland because Jacoby Myers has this offense cooking. I mean, Michael Wilson with 36 targets over 2 games. If you take out the flags, he'd have had 18 back-to-back. Trey McBride is balling. They may get Trey Benson back, which could help their terrible running back room right now. So Chad Ryland, dependent on Baker Mayfield, but I love him if Baker Mayfield is not out there. Last but not least, and it shows him in a Commander jersey, but he is not a Commander. I couldn't find an Atlanta Falcons picture of Zane Gonzalez. So you're going to get the New York Jets. And when you look at what the Ravens couldn't score. They can move the ball down. They could kick, right? Probably the same situation that Kirk Cousins is going to be in here. But you look at the season long, the Jets are dead last versus the kicker. So you have to like the opportunity for the field goals to be here. And this is that low implied point total game you target, 39.5, where the kicks are going to be, every point matters, right? And the Falcons are also not dead in the playoff hunt. With every team losing, they still have life. Kirk Cousins had a 20-point game. Could they get it rolling, get Drake London back? We hope London comes back. But Zane Gonzalez is going to be a very, very nice piece here. Even though it's going to be a little cold there out in New York, I still think he's going to be a great streamer option this week. Thanks for rocking with me. That is the end of the top 10 kickers plus 3 streaming kickers for week 13 episode, guys. My next episode is going to be my defense top 10 plus 3 defensive streamers as well. There's a lot of good matchups in week 13, so the streamers are going to be tough there. I hope you guys enjoyed the content. If you haven't already on your way out, make sure you tap that thumbs up, hit that subscription, turn that bell on so you know when I'm live. Again, I'll be live tonight here in about 2 hours for our recap show before Monday Night Football, and then live again Thursday and Sunday. And again, I don't know the schedule for the rest of the week, but I will update you as we go through the episodes here this week. If you guys haven't checked out drafters.com or the guys FF Discord, both those are pinned in the comments down below. And remember, guys, if you have any questions, as always, drop them down below. It does not have to pertain to this video. I try to answer every single one of them to help you guys. It's so many questions that barrage in there, but that's one of my goals is to try to get to them all. If I don't bring them to the live show, I'll get to them either way. That's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Sleazebomb out.